Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And what a change, right? We had some temperatures in the 70s the last couple of days, lots of sunshine. Today, clouds moved in, started sprinkling late this morning, and pretty good shower activity throughout most of our afternoon around north central Washington. And then the sun tried to peek out late in the day as the storm system kind of broke up a little bit, but still not ruling out a little bit of scattered shower activity through our evening hours. And then as this storm system passes off to the east, expect some windy conditions as we get into Thursday. In fact, we could see some of the strongest winds of all locations around north central Washington. 35 to 40 mile an hour gusts are possible in that area in orange and red on the map. 40 to 45 mile an hour gusts down in Ellensburg, and very strong wind gusts all over north central Washington. We'll talk about that, plus your weekend weather forecast a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Douglas County Sheriff's deputies believe they've found the remains of a man missing since 2010 near Bridgeport. An East Wenatchee teen killed Monday morning in a one-vehicle rollover in Swakane Canyon has been identified. And police say a 20-year-old Malaga man remains jailed tonight after admitting to sexually assaulting a woman 2 weeks ago while she slept. But first, we begin tonight. While responding to an apparent domestic disturbance late Wednesday night, a Douglas County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed a man at a home on Norma Lane south of East Wenatchee. According to a press release from the Sheriff's Office, deputies responded about 11:06 p.m. to the home where a male and female could be heard on the 911 call yelling during an altercation that reportedly involved a gun. Shortly after arrival, one of the deputies was involved in a shooting that left one male dead, the Sheriff's Office said. No deputies were injured during the incident. The North Central Washington Special Investigation Unit is conducting an independent investigation of that shooting. The deputy has been placed on administrative leave, a standard practice in an officer-involved shooting. Neither the name of the deceased man nor the deputy has been released. Douglas County Sheriff's deputies believe they've found the remains of a man missing since 2010 near Bridgeport. Roy Groneveld of Bellingham was 44 years old and very ill when he vanished from his parents' home in July of 2010. On Sunday afternoon, a passerby located human remains on a hillside above Tacoma Avenue. Deputies say they believe they're the remains of Groneveld. DNA testing will be done to confirm the identity. In other news, an East Wenatchee teen killed Monday morning in a one-vehicle rollover in Swakane Canyon has been identified as 18-year-old Megan Dodge. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office said Dodge and a 32-year-old woman from Des Moines, Washington, were in a 2016 Toyota Tacoma about 7:45 a.m. heading slowly down Swakane Canyon when the vehicle went off the road, up a slope, and then rolled. Dodge, the driver, was partially ejected from the pickup, with the vehicle coming to rest on top of her. The second woman was taken to Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee with minor injuries. The accident happened about 7 miles from Highway 97A. Police say a 20-year-old Malaga man remains jailed tonight after admitting to sexually assaulting a woman 2 weeks ago while she slept. Maverick Levi Menzel remained in the Chelan County Jail today on a $20,000 bond after allegedly confessing to the April 11th assault to a police detective. The woman told police she was asleep after watching a movie with Menzel at her home when the assault occurred. In a Snapchat conversation with the victim later, Menzel admitted to the sexual contact and she took the messages to police. He's not yet been charged, but detectives say they're seeking a count of second-degree rape. Well, coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Evening News, the commissioners of both Chelan and Douglas counties voted yesterday to rescind resolutions that would have allowed local home construction. The East Wenatchee Public Works Department has announced that the Highline Drive and 3rd Street Southeast roundabout is set to begin construction tomorrow. Soap Lake police officers delivered 10 Android tablets to the McKay Healthcare and Rehab Center on Tuesday. And another of North Central Washington's premier summer events was canceled on Monday. We'll tell you which one. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
A AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
The Sangster Motors showroom in Wenatchee continues to be closed temporarily. But did you know that if you're involved in an accident, it's still possible to buy a new vehicle? If you find yourself in that situation, reach out to Sangster Motors and they'll have someone available to help. The service department at Sangster Motors remains open in the event you need a repair. By using the latest guidelines, they can keep you and their staff safe. Pickup and drop off is easy. Call 662-6134.
We appreciate all your business. We appreciate all your support. Everybody stay healthy and God bless you.
You love to help others. You need a solid career. You can have it all with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take patient vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain medical records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, visit chartercollege.edu because we work to get you to work.
Welcome back. In another news, the commissioners of both Chelan and Douglas counties voted yesterday to rescind resolutions that would have allowed local home construction to continue. They did so because Governor Jay Inslee's chief attorney, Catherine Leathers, said the resolutions conflicted with Washington's proclaimed state of emergency. Home construction is among those businesses deemed non-essential under Inslee's public health order. Chelan County Commissioner Doug England says the county will pass a new and more limited resolution on home building Monday if it doesn't get clear guidance from the governor.
We want to know, for instance, single family is allowed if it results in someone being homeless. There's a wide range of what homeless involves, and I think in the letter we gave 3 different examples of homeless or displaced people, which is a word that they use in their proclamation, and we need to get that clarified. There are also issues about spoliation and exactly what's involved. We have situations at Lake Chelan that if they don't get on it right away, they're going to not be allowed to or not be able to get into because of the rising water levels.
England says a total of 97 home projects got permits from Chelan County under its building resolution. With the withdrawal, he says those projects are once again in limbo. The East Wenatchee Public Works Department has announced that the Highline Drive and 3rd Street Southeast Roundabout is set to begin construction tomorrow, and the Transportation Improvement Board completes a street project is set to begin construction on Monday, April 27th. The Highline Drive and 3rd Street Southeast Roundabout project is going to start construction, as I mentioned, on April 23rd, and the estimated completion date is around June 19th. The intersection will be completely closed to traffic for 3 weeks, beginning April 27th, and will remain closed through Friday, May 15th. There will be 2 additional days toward the end of the project where the intersection will be closed while pavement markings are installed. Soap Lake police officers delivered 10 Android tablets to the McKay Healthcare and Rehab Center on Tuesday, so residents there who are isolated by the COVID-19 pandemic can chat with their families and loved ones. Community donations to the Soap Lake Police Department Benevolent Fund helped pay for those tablets. The department said Sergeant Spencer Nulf came up with the idea, then Chief Ryan Cox made several calls to make it happen. Well, another of North Central Washington's premier summer events was canceled on Monday as organizers of the Winthrop Rhythm and Blues Festival said their July 17th through 19th event is off. In announcing the cancellation, organizers said the festival has survived wicked winds and raging wildfires in the past, but the COVID-19 pandemic has created a level of uncertainty that's made planning impossible. The festival is offering a full refund on tickets or the option of donating to a fund to support the musicians scheduled to play this year, as well as the local food bank. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Owner Andrew Vickery brings years of experience to help you transition your backyard into a place where memories are made, family time is looked forward to, and friends are always welcome. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa offers many different styles and sizes of artesian spas, both new and used, as well as residential and commercial pool and spa services, regular maintenance and repairs, and all the chemicals required to keep your pool and spa crystal clear. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, a Wenatchee man is organizing a fishing protest Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon in and along the Columbia River near the George Seller Bridge. Ben Holton said the protest is an expansion of a similar movement started last week in the Tri-Cities that drew about 150 boaters and another 200 or so people along the shore. The State Department of Fish and Wildlife shut down recreational fishing in Washington March 26th as part of Governor Jay Inslee's Stay Home, Stay Healthy order. It's the only ban on fishing in the entire country. Holton says there will be similar protests in Moses Lake and elsewhere.
And so we did an event last weekend in Richland. We probably had about 150 boaters and like 200 people on shore, something around there. And then after that got done, we're like, hey, we need to, let's go bigger than this. Let's spread it out through some different cities. And, and so that's where we're at. So this weekend, we have an event in Wenatchee. We have one in Moses Lake. We have sort of a statewide event because we just can't manage like trying to put on these all over. So what we've organized Wenatchee and Moses Lake. So we're not promoting actual fishing or any breaking of any laws. We've told people to bring their fishing poles just as props, but we haven't promoted them to actually go fishing.
Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to that, let's take a look outside our weather window. It was a rainy one all over the Wenatchee Valley and north central Washington today. But you notice when it rains, it really brings out the green in things, doesn't it? Look along the banks of the Columbia River. I noticed in my yard at noontime, things really greened up. We haven't had a decent rain in weeks, and we are still well below where we should be for moisture for this time of year. But still, it was nice to see that rainfall out there today. And it kept our temperatures down, no doubt about that. Our high today was actually around noon today, and then temperatures dropped a little bit throughout the afternoon. So 54 our unofficial high, and that's 10 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. We started off on the warm side at 47 degrees, just didn't warm up that much, and our normal low temperature for this time of year is 42 degrees. 82 our record high, that was set back in 2012, and our record low 30 degrees set back in 2008. Precipitation today we're not quite sure yet. Haven't seen the totals from the National Weather Service. Sunrise 5:58, and the sun will set tonight at 8:01. Let's take a look now and see how your weather will shape up for our Thursday weather forecast. And my monitor went out, so I'm going to have to use this one right here. And temperatures will be a little bit different than today, warmer. We will see temperatures tomorrow mainly in the lower to mid 60s. We're going to see a lot of sunshine as well tomorrow as we move through our Thursday, so it shouldn't be too bad a day, but we are going to have to deal with a lot of wind as we get into Thursday, and we'll show you that in a second. Surface loop now. Tonight we can expect mostly cloudy skies, a 30% chance for lingering showers. You can see a lot of that blue area in Washington State, most of it over to the east. That means this storm system is moving off, so we will see that lingering showers tonight. By Thursday, partly cloudy skies, and as I mentioned, it will be a windy one. We'll see winds out of the northwest 10 to 20 miles an hour. Here's my monitor with gusts to about 30 miles an hour, so keep that in mind tomorrow. It's going to be a breezy one. Rain showers will move off into Montana. That'll give way for mostly clear skies. Then for Friday, with mostly sunny skies, it will warm up. Here's high pressure right here, and a little bit of a ridge is beginning to build up and over the Pacific Northwest. We won't see much as far as rainfall goes until this storm system, it's going to move into us on Saturday, coming right down from the northwest. We'll see a 60% chance for rain, cloudy skies throughout the day. I think that rain event will be a lot like today, with just some light scattered shower activity on Saturday, a 40% chance for late afternoon showers on Sunday. So we're not done with the wet stuff yet. This area of low pressure right off the coast of British Columbia, and that will be our weather maker as we move into Sunday and Monday, with the 40% chance for mainly morning showers on Monday, with partly cloudy skies by afternoon. And then as we move into our Tuesday forecast, partly cloudy, dry, and warmer. Look at all those clear skies out there all over the western United States. And I'll tell you what, folks, warm temperatures Tuesday, and looking past that, we may be even talking 80 degrees as we get into next Wednesday and for next Thursday. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. 48 our overnight low tonight, breezy and 65 tomorrow, 70 for Friday and warmer. And then we kind of take a dip in the weather again. Showers, a 60% chance for rain Saturday, showers Sunday. As we get into Monday, we'll see mostly cloudy skies, a 40% chance of rain, and then the slow warm up as we get into Tuesday, partly cloudy then, with a high temperature of 70 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you. Aging and Adult Care offers many in-home care options and services for seniors and family caregivers. But did you know they also offer free in-home delivered meals? Aging and Adult Care has expanded its program for home-delivered meals to help elderly and vulnerable adults at this challenging time. If you are in need of prepared meals or know someone who could benefit, call Aging and Adult Care for more information about free home-delivered meals. Call 509-886-0700.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you, staying home and staying healthy. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE channel. NFL draft starts tomorrow night. ABC and ESPN will have coverage of it. Finally, some sports, sort of, to watch on television. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know, though. The Seahawks have, 7 picks? They've got the 27th pick in the first round. I don't know if it could be as exciting as what's been happening with the flurry of moves the Seahawks have made here over the last week. They added to that here yesterday. Tight end Jacob Hollister signed his restricted free agent tender to remain a Seahawk. Hollister became a go-to target for Russell Wilson down the stretch last year, becoming the team's third leading receiver with 41 catches, 349 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Seattle also added more depth at defensive back as they they claimed Lyndon Stevens off the waiver wire from Miami. Stevens was on the Seahawks practice squad for much of last year before the Dolphins snagged him away. Seattle, as I mentioned, has 7 draft picks coming up in the NFL draft starting tomorrow with the 27th pick in the first round. There's also the chance, and Seattle is very good at doing this, signing those that are not drafted. The Seahawks, as well as the rest of the NFL, can have 90 teams on their offseason roster. So a bunch of activity happening with the Seahawks and the rest of the NFL coming up here over the next several days. Well, the lack of baseball has fans going crazy, me included. Major League Baseball doing what it can to satiate the desire to watch baseball by airing some of the great games of the past. Notice yesterday's airing of Felix Hernandez's perfect game. Well, with a mindset on the past during a murky future, it's only fitting that an important milestone in Mariner history be recognized today.
And Lou Piniella working on a huge chaw of chewing gum himself, using those mandibles up and down in the Mariner dugout. Hands clasped together. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lyles. The 1-1 pitch by the Buzz is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Of course, the fans wanting anything near the plate to be called a strike by Vic Voltaggio. Now, that was not. Bosio, his 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on, high jumper with a mound, charged by Vizquel, bare edge throws, it's over, and Bosio has done it! My, oh my, what a performance by Chris Bosio, the second no-hitter in Mariner history, and he is being mobbed by his teammates out behind the mound. Great defense, great pitching, and these fans indeed have had a share on baseball history here at the Kingdome tonight to see one of the more brilliant performances in history as Bosio faces only 1 over the minimum and no hits. The Boston Red Sox beats them by a score of 7-0. You will never see a better pitched game. Congratulations to Chris Bosio being embraced by all of his teammates, and he did it in only 95 pitches. Indeed, my, oh my.
Chris Bosio, the second pitcher in Mariner history to throw a no-hitter. He almost didn't get out of the first inning in that game. He walked the first 2 batters he faced and then retired the next 27 straight. How about that? Randy Johnson, the first Mariner to get a no-hitter. That was on June 2nd, 1990 against Detroit. Bosio, by the way, did the feat on just 3 days rest. Well, while fishing is closed in our state, the Department of Fish and Wildlife still busy managing fish. The department put out a video on their social media platforms about work they're doing in north central Washington to help Lahontan cutthroat trout.
Right there's 10 females and 10 males, so that's at a fecundity of 3,000 per female. And we're looking at 30,000 eggs in that little container, which is half of what this lake needs just about. So it's kind of like gold. You can't come by them on your own. We've got about a 2-week window where we can come in and spawn, so that's why we're here. We'd like to be at home without these masks on, but we also don't want to see a whole year class leave us. Right. We want to be able to come out the other end of this whole COVID-19 thing with our resource still intact. So the process of doing this is mostly out of Olmac hatchery with Kane and Martin. We're out of the Sherman Creek hatchery and Spokane hatcheries that came down to help. And we're also have our vet here today, Megan, doing fish health and virology sampling. It's one of the things we do every year to guarantee the health of the fish. And as you can see, these are beautiful, probably 4-year-old spawners.
Very ripe females.
Yep. So when I say Lahontan cutthroat, so they survive in a very high alkaline situation. That's like Lake Lenoir. So in a lake like Lenoir, if we didn't have this ability to use a stock like this, we wouldn't be able to stock fish in it that would survive. So it's really kind of a unique application that provides a recreational opportunity in lakes that otherwise would just wouldn't produce fish.
Right, because rainbow trout will not survive in here. Just none of the other trout we raise would survive in here, so it's nice we have these fish.
and it comes in at a certain time of the year where the fish aren't going to wait. If we could put this off for a month or a few weeks, we would, but then we'd completely miss a year class in Lake Lenoir and the other lakes that are stocked with the Lahontan cutthroat.
Lahontan cutthroat can be found in Lake Lenoir, as you saw there in the video, Grimes, Sprague, Albright, and Omak lakes. Now, speaking of which, there might be some, after watching that video, that think, ugh, those are kind of ugly. What's the value in a Lahontan cutthroat? Well, quite a bit. Let's watch a little video here from Dave Graybill, the fish magician, on some Lahontan cutthroat fishing at Omak Lake.
Okay, needlefish does it. Woo! Color? Yeah, they're always bright down here. Okay. That's always fresh. Good shot. All right. Woo! And we'll let them circle back around over here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! Look at that! Oh my gosh! Oh, look at the color! Oh, that's a true one. Look at that! Oh, Fred, that is a beauty.
As we heard from Graybill this week, Department of Fish and Wildlife working to try to get some sort of fishing reopened, hopefully by the first week of May. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And finally tonight, a feel-good story for you. A resident of Avamere, Wenatchee received a special present for her 93rd birthday recently when her extended family dropped by for a party, social distance style.
To you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Mom. Happy birthday to
So, what are you, 29 and holding?
Yes, I like your numbers.
And a very happy birthday to Elizabeth. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Tomorrow is Thursday. We're going to start out tomorrow's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with an in-depth look at the weather forecast. As Grant mentioned before, going to be pretty windy on Thursday, especially Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. We'll take a look at the weather forecast in depth for you. Plus, we'll have your latest news. We'll have sports. We'll have Today in History, some celebrity birthdays, the obscure holiday, and everybody is entitled to Mike Magnotti's opinion. Start your day the live and local way on local TV, or as we like to say in the business, television. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.